Welcome, folks, to Infinite Shelf Life. I'm your host, Infinity Wartorn. I'm joined by Joestar
That's me.
and Falcon,
Hello.
and we're talking about the very little amount of toy news right now because we're in between SDCC, where we just had an avalanche of toy news, and the next avalanche of toy news being NYCC. So we're going to just talk about a interesting crowdfund by Big Bad Launchpad, their NPC collection. But first, uh, we're gonna get into some pickups. I also just realized we're not in slideshow mode, so spoilers. But yeah, pickups. Who wanted to go first?
Joestar, sounds like you have some riveting pickups for us.
Kind of, sorta. So
All right.
recently,
Wait. Let me make
the
it big. We
Make
gotta
my
make it big.
Joestar grow.
um, so I have technically four pickups, but the first two are pretty much like in the same line. Recently, as many people have heard, there is a uh Godzilla crossover with the Sanrio characters for McDonald's Happy Meal
Okay.
toys, and of course that is gonna be egregious to try to collect. So far, this is what I have. I have Karopi
Oh
King
my
Ghidorah,
god.
and then I have Batsmaru as Rodan.
Oh my god.
They're really cute, don't get me wrong,
That's
but
amazing.
these are the only two you will probably get ever. Because, of course, you go to any McDonald's, these are the most repeated, I believe. This and then the Mothra, I believe. So a lot of people are, of course, like going in asking to get an exchange for their toys and whatnot. And as it normally happens with McDonald's toys, they do that. They swap them, and then now all that's left is all the repeats, which is these two. But I'm mainly collecting for my mom, and so far we've gotten her um the Hello Kitty Godzilla already. We got her. Oh, there's a box on, or there is a little thing on the back of the box here, which also really cool packaging too, by the way.
Huh.
Oh
Like
dang!
this is it looks nice. I didn't manhandle it when I was opening it. So they look really nice and stylized. And as you can see, each of them have a number, so you could ask for like the
Uh,
number 4 or number 2 or whatever you need.
did I
And
get a number 2 with my number 4?
yeah, we got the number 2 before GTA 6. So so far we already have Hello Kitty Godzilla, Rodan, King Ghidorah, the Gigan, and I think which one? Yeah, the Mothra for well, actually no, not the Gigan. We don't have the Gigan. So what was his name? Pom Pom Purin is Gigan, which is hilarious. They have Kuromi as Mechagodzilla, Cinnamon Roll as Destroya, and Choco Cat as Space Godzilla. And so far, Space Godzilla, Destroya, Mechagodzilla, and Gigan are the ones that are missing from the collection so far. So yeah, it's 8 figures to collect, but at the same time, it's like maybe even just collect the packaging at this point because
Oh my
they
god.
look real nice. Hey, I mean, McDonald's knows how to, you know, have their products be very, very marketable.
Yeah,
Which is weird because it's McDonald's toys compared to like what they used
Right.
to be, the plastic
yeah,
bags. And
I
then
was gonna say that I'll take being able to exchange that stuff versus Dave's Hot Chicken X-Men 97
Oh yeah.
blind figs, because those straight up have like
Oh,
no
yikes.
numbers. There's no
Yeah,
exchanging. That
it's
was rough.
nuts. Yeah. It's crazy that McDonald's is so far doing interestingly good with their like Happy Meal collabs recently, or like their toy collabs or whatever. Um I think before this they had like K-pop Demon Hunters or something. I'm forgetting. I might have been off like a couple of years. Maybe that was like 2 years ago. But um I don't know. I don't know what's next. I know they did a Ninja Turtle one that I kind of wanted, but at the same time I'm like, I'm not going to buy a bunch of Happy Meals. Look at me now. I've been eating fucking nothing but Happy Meals for the past week. Terrible. Anyways, in non-Happy Meal fashion, Wartorn hooked me up with the
Hey, yo.
Marvel Legends cap anniversary, and I feel like I might keep this sealed for nostalgia purposes because I do love the old Toy Biz packaging. But at the same time, I'm like looking at this, itching to open it, but I'm like the packaging is so good. I might
That's how
have
we
to
get
look
you.
into like opening it in a certain way that doesn't destroy it completely. But
Yeah, if you want to do that, you could just take an X-Acto knife to the bubble, and so that you can
oh right, like to
slide the
the
tray
edge or
out.
like
No, yeah,
oh
yeah. So instead of peeling it off of the cardboard, cut it above where it's glued on, and then you can pull the
okay.
tray out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see. I see. Yeah.
I usually do it
Okay.
like around the sides and the bottom, and then I pull the tray out the bottom. Is what I do.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a
I've seen
move.
people do like the flap too, if you don't mind like
Okay.
seeing that.
Yeah.
Like just
I'm
but yeah,
put some like
there's ways
Velcro
to
on
do
the
it.
inside.
Yeah. There's
That
ways to do
actually
it.
might be kind of sick. But yeah,
I
so
was I was
aside
gonna
from
make the
that,
joke that you're halfway to a complete cap now,
complete cap.
because the shield has holes in it. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I have
Did
too
you
many caps
did you
at the
get the
I already technically have like 4 caps,
oh,
which is
okay.
Yeah, I was gonna
nuts.
say, do you have the Cap Venom, the Game Reverse
Oh
one?
no. No, I
No?
did not. Oh wait, the game reverse? Yes. The
Okay.
2-pack you're talking about, right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I remember I saw that right when they stocked it at the Target in my area. So I was like,
Oh,
oh
nice.
my god, there's so many of them. I'm like, say less. But anyways, the next one afterwards, I don't remember if I showed this on stream or not before. Ooh, it's all dusty. Um but hence all the dust on it. I forgot that I had this retro card Mystique.
Oh,
So
snap.
I'm like, okay, this one I will probably rip out of the package. Um, because I'm not too big of a fan of this retro card, but I mean it's nice. I think that the anniversaries cap is the only one where I'm gonna keep that somewhat intact,
Right.
find a way to open it like we said, and deal with that in that sense. But I also want the guns inside. Give me the guns, Mystique. Give me the
Hell yeah.
weapons.
Pew
I'm
pew.
here for your Second Amendment. No, I'm joking. um.
You heard it here
Anyways.
first, folks. We are pro Second Amendment on this stream, and
um,
Give
anyways, that
characters
is all my
give
pickups so far.
yeah, give characters guns that should have guns. Mark Farland.
100%. Yeah. Yes. But yeah, that is all my pickups. Nothing too crazy. I might be getting some stuff next week. I don't really know. I gotta see what's in my budget right now. Especially with just me scrolling Big Bad nonstop and looking at Motu stuff. Cause I'm
yikes.
like itching to open more Motu. And I'm like wondering what I should collect. And I'm like, should I start a cartoon shelf? I might have to start a cartoon shelf, which is
I,
gonna
I,
be very rough.
I actually just watched a Robo short where he opened I think he had 2 pile of loot boxes. and
Oh, word.
one of them, he had just a ton of cartoon collection stuff, and he's like, yeah, I'm still accumulating these. I'm planning to make a shelf, but I just haven't had time. And so for now, this just goes in the pile. And then he shows the pile, and it is very sizable. It's like, oh no, Robo, you
Oof.
really need to make the shelf. So many of these are just sitting
That's
around.
crazy.
Hey, and
Yeah.
hey, it doesn't matter what the hobby is. You get a pile of shame. It's uh
Oh
whether
yeah.
it's action figures, Warhammer, maybe not TCGs. Maybe I feel like maybe TCGs people don't really have a pile of shame. But I guess there's like stuff you need to like sort and organize and
Organize and sort.
potentially
Oh,
like,
yeah.
give away and stuff.
I
So like that, I guess that's the pile of shame equivalent for TCGs. Um, but yeah, thank you for sharing, Joestar. We will
yeah.
switch
Yeah.
over to Falcon unless you don't have any pickups, but you usually do.
Oh, I got some pickups. All right.
Alrighty. Let's make
Falcon grow.
Falcon grow. All right.
Okay. I will start off with Marvel here. So I got this in my last pile of loot, but I didn't share it last stream because I wanted to get a second one just to see what was going on with this. And after I got the second one, I looked more closely at reviews and pictures online. I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. But I got my totally not one last kill Punisher
Oh yeah.
slash not brand new day Punisher. This is of course the only pose he can use two hands with the shotgun. But yeah, I apparently I don't know if it's a mask that they do for this printing or what, but let me rotate the torso a little bit so it's more obvious. The skull on his upper torso there is off center, like the eyes are off center,
Oh yeah.
and that is on literally every single copy. I went and looked at images on Reddit. I went and watched reviews. Well, I didn't watch them. I just skipped through them. And yeah, the mask or whatever that goes over the part to spray that on must have been off center for whatever reason. And now I can't unsee it. So yeah.
Dang.
Yikes.
But yeah, I like him well enough. I'm glad that we got the Bernthal screaming head. I feel like you can't have a Punisher head without that. Um, there's also some weird variants going on with the paint app as well. Like some of them have like a better fade on the side, and some are just like one shade of lighter brown. And then some of them have kind of like a bald spot on the back of the head as well. um, yeah, so there is some, but this is the better of the two screaming heads out of the ones that I got. So
it's
it's one
been
I'm gonna stick with.
it's been a really weird year of the Punisher that they've got going
Yes.
on,
Yeah.
because it's because that's those two MCU ones, and then the Rivals one, the
Yep.
the 40K Punisher slash the Punisher mech.
Yep.
We're supposedly getting a Walmart Spider-Man retro card Punisher that's supposed to be like cartoon Punisher.
Okay.
And then we obviously we had the
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 2-pack last year.
the 2-pack last year. So yeah, so
I guess
you're spoiled for
Punisher
pranks.
coming back. Yeah, I guess Punisher coming back to the MCU gave them the green light to do a crap ton of Punishers, is my guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Um Yeah, so Frank fans are eating, I guess. So I was gonna say,
Yeah,
like,
he's not bad.
it was a shame because that shotgun looks nice.
Yeah, yeah, I do like
It's
the
too bad
shotgun. Yeah, I do. This is definitely worth it over the first one. That being said, with everyone and their mother doing the kit bash with the first one, I'm like, oh, that looks pretty good. I kind of want to do that too.
Yeah. I was gonna say, funny that we've gotten two sets of Punishers that work better when you just swap pieces with the, the previous one, right? It's really weird that keeps on
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah. Yeah, because I really like I like all the vest and tactical gear overall more on this copy, on this version. Which I feel like Punisher kind of needs to have that sort of stuff. But I do like the more like combat pants and like on the first one, and then the fact that the disproportionate arms, some of the roided roid rage arms that he has, I'm like, I do kind of want to put the sleeved ones on too. I would probably take some acetone to the paint on a certain part of sleeves on that other one.
Yep. I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
but
about.
we'll see if that yeah, we'll see if that goes on sale. I think I think there's still a lot of copies of that out there, so um yeah, we'll see if that goes on sale. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not mad at it. All right, keep going, Marvel here. I got one half of my San Diego Comic-Con items in time to be opened before this. And so here we've got
Yeah.
the X-Men 97 Professor X hover chair, notably not with the X-Men 97 Professor
I was gonna
X.
say,
So here's
I got
my
mine as well.
note. So the original patch.
Oop, Am I losing? Am I losing, folks?
Torn.
Oh no.
If we lost War Torn,
Oh
we lost the
no.
stream.
Are we still
Oh,
live?
no, I think we're still going.
Yeah, we're still going. Yeah,
Nope, we're
I
still
couldn't hear
going.
you for a
Oh,
little bit.
okay.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
But yeah, we got Patrick Stewart in here. I don't know if I'm gonna keep him like this forever. I got all the the Cerebro helmet and the effect piece. So I'm like, let's just keep them all kitted out here for a little while. See how I like it. Yeah, I do think I do agree with the criticism that this is a bit oversized. I think some people are exaggerating how oversized it is. I think it's like 5, maybe 10% bigger than it should be.
I mean, I
I
remember
have a theory.
watching Multiverse of Madness, and I was just like, "Holy crap, that's a huge chair!"
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
don't know.
Fair.
Like, I think it just like it can't help but look too big.
Yeah. And I have a theory as to why um there is a way to mitigate it. I think if you were to change the design of how this functions, but I think the reason why this is as big as it is because the opening to get the figure inside has to be big enough to get a figure inside, and the rest of the chair is proportionally made the size that it needs to be based on the size of the hole to get the figure inside. Um, and like it's you kind of have to like put them in a little sideways and like get the legs bent um just right to really get in there. um I think that could be fixed if they were to just make this, because it's a different it has different panel lines here. If they were to just make this front section here pop off, and then you could just stick the figure in there, I think that would be a better way to design it, but it has the removable side panels for the pew pew instead, which is like, who's gonna do that?
Right.
um, but yeah, I like it. I'll be interested to see what they do MCU wise with the rebooted X-Men and what because they seem to be going fairly comic accurate, just more detailed when it comes to stuff in the MCU.
Yeah.
So it'll be like, do they do something similar to Multiverse of Madness for Professor X's hover chair, or do they do more, or do they do like a sleek down version, kind of like what he has in X-Men '97 right now? Um, yeah, we'll see. But for now, I'm pretty happy with this. I definitely like it more than the original one that they did.
For sure.
Okay. Last Marvel pickup here. With the Hasbro Pulse sale, I got Maximum Dog Pool.
Nice.
Yeah.
This ugly little motherfucker. He's great. I love the detail on him. Surprisingly good amount of paint apps on him as well. You can only rotate the head though. That's really the only point of articulation he has. And then he also came with MCU Maximum Deadpool. I've got him in a pretty basic pose right now. I need to heat him up because one of the hip joints is frozen and it's like kind of
Oof.
scary to move it.
Oh no.
So I need to heat him up.
Target or Pulse? Did you say?
Yeah, on Pulse. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All
They
right.
had that Pulse 20% off sale. And that was the first time I'd seen this go on sale. And I think Amazon is out of stock right now. I don't remember. I know
I
Big
asked
Bad still
because
has it, but
I asked because Target had it on sale for a bit.
oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think it
What?
was. Yeah, I think it was down to. I think it was basically down to like Pulse sale level.
Oh, okay.
Um, but I think I'm sure it's gonna go in and out of being on sale because I think they're doing another reset at the end of the month. I feel like
Makes
I feel like
sense.
they just
Yeah,
reset the shelves and they're gonna do it again.
well, they're probably
So
gonna do their holiday reset soon. So,
yeah. So
but yeah, he's got a ton of accessories. Um, I know they made a point to say that like, hey, like we fixed the coloring on this one this time because the first one was pretty vibrant and red, and I'm not even gonna bother getting I didn't even bother getting the other one down because when I looked at them next to each other in some bright light, I could barely tell a difference. There is a difference, but it is extremely subtle, and
I was gonna
at
say
some
just
angles it looks the same.
yeah, just from your video, it does seem a tad darker, but I don't have mine in front of me to do a straight comparison. But also, it's that it's that it's a joke that my wife has that like men can't see the differences between reds. So just
Oh,
Deadpool being all red is just like it's like, oh, this doesn't really look different at all, and other people will be like, oh,
yeah,
they
that's
look
right.
very different.
Uh,
Not
I
saying
think
that's the
the
case with
biggest
you, but like I
right,
want to say that the when I saw it when they did the reveal streams, I'm like, that's the exact same Deadpool.
right, and it is. They're definitely different, but it's not as big of a difference as you think. I think the biggest difference I noticed, and I wonder if it was because it's paint and not the color of the plastic, where he has paint on on his shoes, on his boots, and the armor paint here, that is definitely the most noticeable difference between the two, and the coloring. But that's also because this color is darker than the rest of his suit. So I don't know. Um, but yeah, so that is Maximum Deadpool. And he came with a bunch of wonderful accessories, including these guys.
That's awesome.
I also in the
Hell
poll
yeah.
sale there was one of the Star Wars Army Builder 2 packs was on sale. And so I got a couple of clone troopers, some phase 1 shinies, and then I got the Hulk hands from Deadpool on him.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And the reason I got those 2 packs was because I wanted some super battle droids. I have not gotten any super battle droids yet. A lot of people consider this one of the best figures in the line. Um, yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's definitely, I'd say, definitely the best droid that they've done so far because but that's not saying much because the droids that they put out are either pretty good or absolute dog shit. With
Yeah.
no with a ton of daylight in between those two things. Um, so thankfully this falls into the pretty good category. He's at least like the torso feels really solid. The legs feel kind of hollow and but I mean he holds his weight just fine. He has nice big feet as well. So he stands really well, which is a problem on some other droid figures that they do. Understandable because of the design, but like the wrists are like super thin and kind of scary to move. um, and I feel like it should have more paint on it, but I mean that's not too surprising these days. With how they're producing figures. Um, so yeah, it's pretty good, but I wouldn't say it's like jaw dropping amazing. I don't know. Maybe my expectations were too high because everyone hyped the hell out of this figure. Um, is it top 10 in the Black Series? I don't know. Maybe I haven't thought too deeply about it, but I just
That
wanted
would
some
be
army builders on the cheap. So
that would be interesting to at some point get like a solid list from you in terms of your top Black Series. Maybe do we'll chalk that up for a future stream idea of
yeah,
like what your top tens for a line are, and maybe like figures that were like almost just there, something along those lines.
yeah, and I'd have to probably split it as well in some way to be like top 10 that I actually own and top 10 that like I can see are objectively good, but I just didn't care enough to buy them myself. Um, yeah, that would be interesting thought experiment. I thought recently I'm like because there's a lot of talk of what they're going to be doing next year for stuff. And I was like, "You know what?" And like I was kind of just like wish listing in my head and I'm like, "Damn, I should just be writing this down just so I have like a running wish list of Star Wars
Right.
figures." Um but yeah, that's my Super Battle Droid. I got 2 packs of these. So I have 2 Super Battle Droids now, which is, as War Torn knows, it's like, all right, that's the limit for our builders.
Yeah.
2.
You can't with
Because
this scale, unless it's like the only thing you collect, or if you have like a mansion. I feel like you can't go deep with army builders otherwise. I don't know. It reminds me of that guy who like recreated the hand uh versus Spider-Man poster, and then
oh,
he had like 40 more hand ninjas. Like, oh, I could have made this like much bigger, and it's just like,
Jesus.
wow, that's a lot of the same figure. I don't know if I can ever bring myself to do that, even with like small figures, man. Like,
Yeah.
but
Or
I've
or you have to
seen,
be really selective about it.
yeah, I've seen Cloner and Cobra, GI Joe collections. Like people can really go nuts when it comes to army builders. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to get more because like I have 3 of the original 501st, and I still have them, but I only got 2 on the 3.0 body. Same with the 332nd. I have 3 on the 2.0 body, but I only got 2 on the 3.0. I do for 3 3/4. I do allow myself to get more army builders there because, like you said, they're smaller, so it's a little easier to justify and get away with that. There's some army builders I'm thinking of just like fuck it, let's get a ton of them. Like the tracksuit mafia, I have 2 of those, but
Oh yeah.
I kind of want to get more. Um, the red versus blue Spartans, I'm like, "Ugh, I should probably get more of those. Those are pretty sick, and they're multiplayer, so it's like you got to have multiple. Like, why
Gotta get
not?
the 5-on-5.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Um, what was another one recently where I was like, should probably get? Oh yeah, you mentioned like the hand ninjas. I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm sure they'll eventually do when we get a full brand new day wave. I'm sure that'll be one of the figures in there, and I'm like, a bunch of hand ninjas would work in multiple
Yep.
different displays. I'm like, like oh, maybe, so,
Yep. You can never
uh,
go wrong with just generic ninja guys because then you can mix and match your generic ninja guys and they can all just be one giant ninja clan fighting like whoever needs to be fighting ninjas. I've been meaning to do a photo of that of just like hand ninjas, cobra ninjas fighting like like Snake Eyes and like
oh hell yeah,
Leonardo kind of thing, like in Daredevil.
hell
Just
yeah,
guys who fight ninjas historically fighting against every ninja that I own. But yeah, that's also like a very that's always a very interesting thought experiment with like what is like the ideal like army builder because like I said, like we've discussed before, like 2 is what I stick to just because of room, and that way, like you have
yeah,
like a leader, and then you can have them like flanked by their goons. So like
yeah.
that's like my thing. I know a lot of people do fire teams, so 3, and then you could do squads of 4. And yeah, I feel like after that, that's when it either becomes like slippery slope and you just like kind of pick them up whenever you see them or when they're on sale.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like at that point you have to like stick to um uh just like nice numbers. So like 8, 10, like maybe 12. But yeah,
24.
uh, at some point it
Just
gets
a
to be a lot.
solid 6 baker's dozen, just
Just do a Fortnite lobby. Just full 100
Oh
for a
yeah.
yeah.
full
Get
hundo.
Sonic.
100 Sonics.
64 64 player lobby of Battlefront 2.
Oh
God.
man.
Uh, but yeah. Any other pickups?
No, that is all for me.
Okay. Um. Do. Let's now move me up. All right. Also, I apologize if I am a bit low energy / I sound different than I normally do because I am sick. I can't remember. It's the point where like I can't remember if I even mentioned that earlier, so that's where I'm at. So I apologize for that aspect. First thing is that on my journey to making a Thunder Megazord, and then shout out to Joe Star for
Ooh,
calling this out at a local Target, but I got the Firebird.
nice.
Um, and I also have the Unicorn and the Griffin. It is stored away. I got those a lot earlier, but I wanted to Shout out Joestar for helping me find the Firebird. Now it's just the freaking lion that's like eluding me. I I have resorted to like essentially like every other day. No, I'm lying. It's every night. Every night before I go to bed, I just like I have a certain set of figures that or just toys in general that I like do put in the search bar, see if any of the listings have updated at all, and then I
Yep.
usually go to sleep disappointed. But I have gotten a couple of good restocks recently. At least for Beyblade, I have lucked out. There's a wave hitting right now of the latest wave, so it's really good. And don't pay scalper prices or stupid algo upcharging of stuff. Pay retail, and you'll be able to get it. But I also low-key hate that, like, if you pay shipping for something and they just do like, your local distribution center, so your order comes in like a plastic bag and
Oh,
a
yeah.
sticker on it is like rough. But like,
Yeah,
you
I've had
know,
that happen a
Yeah.
couple times.
yeah, but thankfully it's like, they're not like throwing it at my house or anything, but it's just like I don't like that's what we're paying for
An
now.
option. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And then continuing with the shout outs. Thank you for Falcon sharing the Preternia post about these guys. So I got Champion here. Mr.
Yes.
Took on Fighting Souls
Yeah,
himself.
I couldn't remember some of the stuff you had. So yeah, I was throwing stuff in chat when he was sharing it.
And then Star Fox, who I reluctantly have because Alex Ross painted him, so I have to have him. It's funny because there was a Star Fox figure that they made a long time ago in the Marvel Universe line, and I didn't pick that up because it was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but more importantly, it came with a Thanos that I already had, a Death figure, but it was basically a statue, and then like a
Oh, yikes.
Nebula that I thought looked kind of bad. So I was just like, all right, well, I'm not getting it just for Star Fox. I think it may have come in like a kind of a cool Infinity Gauntlet package, but again, it was just one of those things. Like I don't think it's worth it for that. And I've kind of ever since just like I've not liked Star Fox for that reason. It's just like, oh man, this is a guy that I always have to run into.
A Marvel character and the Nintendo character.
No
I don't know
landmasters
if you,
here.
yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys have kept up with like the recent one, like the newest game that came out, but it was kind of funny that people were kind of dogging on the designs because he's kind of, I don't know, for lack of a better term, like realistic looking. So he's just kind of like
Yes.
weird because he looks like an actual fox, but it's also not like good. I don't know.
Right.
It was just really
like
funny because
the
he
original
has no,
design is supposed to be more like a puppet, but
yeah,
like all the ads and everything like they did and all the promotions, it's all supposed to be like puppet stuff, but like they really went realistic on it and it looks
yeah,
wacky.
yeah.
That's just me though.
I I I remember I saw people are like, clearly no furries worked on this game. Just like like this
One
fox
job.
this fox had no riz. It was just like, oh man, this is brutal.
No
People
riz.
want to people want to be with Fox, guys, to give the people what they want.
I mean, that's kind of what they did in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know how to segue from that to I saw that there was another Photon 2-pack of that like anniversary
Oh my God.
Avengers wave. So I found one that was cheap, so now I have 2 Dooms. My daughter has been wanting the
Nice.
Photon that I have. Like I let her play with it, but like now she has like a dedicated one for herself, and I get 2 Dooms, or at least
Awesome.
Doom bots. These are definitely gonna be Doomsday Picture Day fodder. Of between these and like the classified sci-fi troopers that like to me look like just kind of generic
Yes.
soldier guys, like
Latvarian dudes.
yeah, like Latvarian dudes. They could also look like Gamma Core. I've seen I think I've seen some people make them like Oscorp like soldiers too. Like
Okay.
all those could work. And yeah, so I can't wait to have some like aura farming with Doom being followed by like a shit ton of guys. And then we also got Absorbing Man here. I finally
Oh yeah.
got
He
him.
absorbing.
Yep. And yeah, that is not his standard loadout arm. That is in fact the old Baff arm. I found it on eBay for like $5. So I was like, that's
Nice.
awesome. And yeah, it works out perfectly. The I know there are people are like, it doesn't it's not color matching, but it's like it doesn't matter. He's turning into a rock arm. It doesn't matter.
Right.
But looks good. He's no longer just regular man. He is in fact absorbing.
Regular man.
Regular man.
That's
And
fried.
then this was not for me, but I got it for my wife because one of her favorite characters is Rogue. So I got
Oh hell
Nice.
yeah.
X-Men Evolution, Burger King, a toy that they released. I can't remember what year, but yeah, it comes
That's
with
what
this.
the fuck is up, man.
Yeah, it comes with a mini disc.
I want to say 2003. Yeah, I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's this is a 2001. At least that's the copyright on the bottom.
Okay.
So you were close. But yeah, I would say that the Rogue is probably the best looking of the figures. I was looking to see like who else I could get because she has a collection of Wolverines, and Kurt is also a big favorite of hers. And I don't know, the figures kind of look whack. I'm not gonna lie. I might go back. Yeah, because this like obviously this Rogue, she's like kind of like brooding against the wall kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the other figures are like kind of like freestanding, so they kind of look gangly. I don't know. You can look it up for yourselves. There's like really and they're thankfully not super expensive. So even if I wanted to get the rest of them, it wouldn't cost too much. Probably can get like the rest of the way for like maybe like $20-25.
I don't remember who said it, but one of the Marvel Legends guys at Comic-Con in one of the interviews, X-Men Evolution came out of their mouth. And I'm like, hey buddy. Let's fucking go.
Whoa.
I in my timeline, I just got a random clip of like Wolverine fighting Sabretooth, and just like, yeah, that orange and black costume really ripped, man. That it's
Yes,
so
it did.
simple. It's so simple.
good.
It's so good. And shout out
I'm
to that
so
voice
fried.
actor too.
Once they do those, I'm so fried. I'm so cooked, dude. Fuck.
And then this is
I
kind
do
of
not care for X-Men characters when they do them, but God, if they did Evolution,
Yeah.
I'm done.
And then this is kind of a super late birthday haul thing, but I got this Lilligant in like a
sick.
in a figure blind box from a friend of mine. So shout out to Mashed Potato Girl
Oh,
for
gives
giving
us
me.
more
yeah,
time to
yeah,
look
you're
at
right,
it.
you're right, you're right. Yeah. Oh,
Looks amazing. Oh, is he back?
yeah,
Yeah, he's back. Okay.
Oh, did I cut out?
Yeah,
yeah.
for a hot second.
Oh, okay. But yeah, shout
But
out
it's
to
okay.
Mashed Potato Girl for giving me that. There were a lot of cool possibilities in the blind box, so there was not a bad pick, regardless of what it actually came out to be. But the little Gant looks pretty cool. All right, so I was like, yeah, that's it, right? Just like surrounded myself with
Yeah.
stuff. Oh, and then yeah, I also got my Xavier. I just have not opened it yet. All right.
Are you even a fan?
Clearly not. I'm not hardcore enough. I'm sorry. Um, okay, so the first thing. Whoop, nope. Make this big. All right. Like I said, we're kind of in a weird toy news period, so it might be just like pickups and just like the few just like overviews of what has released for the week, um, moving forward, at least for the next month. So one of the things to look out for, though, is that apparently the Hasbro Action Brands are doing a joint panel for NYCC on Sunday. So we will unfortunately have to wait all weekend for like the main slideshow, but uh, maybe they'll show off stuff beforehand. It also kind of reminds me how like we haven't seen leaks really for anything past uh, this year. So whatever happened, it has worked to clamp down
Yeah.
on the leaks front. So at the same time though, I'm that makes me excited because it will truly just be like a surprise as to what we'll get uh next year, and that's essentially what
I think
Comic Con.
there's still enough known stuff where I'm fairly certain I know what they're gonna announce or have a decent idea.
Mhm.
We're still I just looked last year. As far as Marvel Legends goes, they announced a full comic wave. They announced a 2-pack, and they announced a couple Spider-Man retro card figures. Um, so I feel like we could see. I think it's weird because we're still due for more Doomsday figures, a whole wave. So it'll be and like Comic Con is typically a time where they announce MCU figures. So I don't know if they're gonna do it then, or they're just gonna wait till next year to keep riding the wave of people going to see Doomsday, and maybe that's first, a later, maybe like a March wave next year. Um, but yeah, we still have like a bunch of X-Men stuff that's leaked that hasn't been announced yet.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
we could also,
Because it'll be season 2 things, right?
yeah, season 2 stuff, and then there's just like a bunch of X-Men stuff in general. It's not clear if it's X-Men 97 or just regular comic X-Men stuff. But there's still, I don't remember off the top of my head all of it, but I know that there's still a lot of uh X-Men stuff that we haven't seen yet that got leaked. So well, we could see a decent amount. Star Wars,
Yeah.
not so much. They only announced a few things last year, so I'm expecting the same.
But yeah, so that's just something to keep track of. So the last day of the con, essentially. We're gonna do some backtracking. So we did not cover Playmates. I think it just totally skipped my mind. I think there were ample um, uh, places that showed off these slides. I think this is from Toy News International, if I
That
remember
sounds right.
correctly.
Yeah.
But shout out to them for taking these photos and nice and centered, not angled. But yeah, Playmates. Man, what a unfortunate 60th year for them to basically lose like their biggest license in TMNT. I was gonna say like
60
we didn't.
years and not a single one more.
Yeah, I
Right.
think I can't remember if we had mentioned that, but yeah, like that was like kind of the biggest bummer was that like NECA had announced that they no longer have TMNT access. So obviously Playmates being bros with them did not carry over to Mattel getting the master toy license for TMNT. So rip all the stuff that NECA had shown for the 2012 TMNT line is never gonna get made. So
R.I.P.
massive bummer. I know I know April was like one of the characters that didn't make it. But there's a whole bunch of like Mutanimals and other things, and obviously like just Playmates in general, just like that's a huge loss for them because
Yeah.
that is their moneymaker. But
Yep.
in kind of related news, maybe there's going to be a shift to Power Rangers. I know being plugged into the
Sure, buddy.
being plugged into the RPG community, I know Dungeon Crawler Carl is just uh I do not mean this in an insulting way at all. So I hope no one takes it that way, but it is like the K-pop
As
demon
he
hunters.
insults.
It's the K-pop demon hunters of like RPG stuff right now, where like I feel like
Oh, okay.
it's like
Okay.
so hot. And on some level it was so hot last year, but obviously like merchandising all of that stuff is not fast. So by the time all of this stuff does come out, like, I don't know if it is still going to be hot. I don't know. I think there's supposed to be like a movie. I I personally am not into it, and I not gonna lie, I've heard the premise and just multiple people have tried to sell me on it, and I'm just not about it. But I know in the toy world, it was a huge deal that Playmates got it, and they need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All
So
right.
anyway, um, of the Power Rangers of it all, uh, they are listening to feedback and are like, we're gonna do stuff that's not MMPR. We swear. So
Thank God.
they are
I
making.
hate to be like, jumping on that hate bandwagon, but I'm not a big fan of Mighty Morphin. So
Yeah,
that's just me.
Well,
No,
good news
yeah,
because not in this slide is Mighty Morphin Season 3 that they're all
yeah. I was gonna say you are among friends, Joestar. Oh, I know that for
Here,
also
me
these are the
doing.
3. Well, except for Zeo. I mean, Dino Thunder and Wild Force.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
am
there was
I
a slight
behind here?
hiccup, but you guys are still
Oh,
here.
okay.
You're good. No, I
Oh,
was gonna
okay.
say, Joestar, you're among friends here. I think there's no Gen 1 or Power Ranger stuff going on here where we're all like we can move on. Other seasons can make money. Um, I'm
Right.
I mean the fact that they're tackling Wild Force at all, like that is potentially like a huge moneymaker right there because there's a lot of
Oh
swords
yeah.
they can do if they
yeah, but you
go
Yeah,
really
that
think they're gonna do them? They weren't.
uh,
They weren't even gonna do the Dragon Zord, dog. You think they're gonna
Ooh,
do 8? You think
eh,
they're gonna do 8 different Megazords worth of Zords for Wild Force?
true.
hey
I just pray that they do.
with no TMNT to back up that portfolio, I'm thinking in that context, man, of like they gotta
Oh,
hit
yeah,
they
that is
gotta hit
fair.
they have to hit revenue targets, and if they want revenue targets
Yeah,
hit,
but
they make
are
Wild Force
people actually
swords.
buying their Power Ranger stuff? Because I don't know. I feel like they're not.
Yeah, it is really like again, it's that mixed bag, right? Of like MMPR is so saturated. So if people aren't buying MMPR, it's gonna, it's gonna reflect in the sales, and then they're gonna be like, oh, is Power Rangers even popular anymore? And I don't know. I feel like Wild Force has been. I'm strictly speaking Wild Force, just because I know that as a toy line has been like it's a bitch to collect because there's so many pieces to it.
Too
So
many.
there's a very good like revenue slash like profit. Like I hate to be talking about it in this way, but there's, to me, seeing Wild Force on here, like that's like the only reason why they would have picked this, is that they saw the amount of Zords they could do, and considering they're like this is mainly at least from my perspective, Zords are their best uh aspect of reignition, right? Of like
Yeah.
the morphers fine, the blade blasters okay, all the like other roleplay stuff is kind of like meh, and then like automorphers again, the very mixed weird choices for their kid figure line, their kind of awful collector line. um I hesitate to even call it that because like they keep on insisting that it is, and I'm like, is it? So
Is
to
it
me,
really?
no. To me, this line is Zords, and if they're gonna do Zords, Wild
Yeah.
Force would be the one. And then I personally really like the main Zeo Zord, but they also could make the man, like I said, my brain is fried right now. But my childhood Megazord, the one Megazord that I do have, which is like all the guys that turn into they're like that are
Oh, the samurai one
Oh yeah.
yeah,
or
like
Shogun
that
sword or
one.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, like that one for Zeo, like if they made that one, I would definitely buy that. But like I said, of these three, if they made Zords for it, I would buy all of them because um these all are really good Zord designs, and they're all toyetic. And especially with the Wild Force thing, like if they really go with the
Oh
collect
yeah.
them all aspect, they can really go nuts on it. um but yeah, we'll talk about the hurdles with that in coming slides. But like
Yes.
just from this hey, we hear you and we're working on these three, like to me that's a good direction. Like I want to encourage that. Like um and I also implore all the people who complain about MMPR, if you really really want them to make this stuff, you gotta support it. You can't just poo-poo on MMPR. I mean, unless the product is actually bad. If the product is legit terrible, sure, like do not support it. But like for me, I do feel like there's a lot of people who are just like they're here to like kick MMPR while it's on the ground, and then they'll leave, and they're like, but we're doing other stuff. It's like, don't care. It's here to hate on the first thing, which is fine. Whereas like I want to get all the wild Zords. That's like as much as like that season's kind of like that I love the Zords. The Zord concept from Wild Force is awesome. And then Dino Thunder
Yep.
again, just like very good Zords. And then Zeo is also
Man,
just like
I
a personal
wanna
favorite of mine.
see them. They're most likely gonna do the morpher thing. But if they do that, I feel like with the Zords, they could easily also include the marbles. They need to include those. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? The little
Yep.
Zord marble things. Dude,
Yes.
if they include
That'd
that,
be kind of fucking sick.
that's gas.
Yeah.
Absolutely gas.
Yeah, I completely even forgot. Like, yeah, like, and then it's another opportunity for new morphers. Again, granted, it's gonna be like kid versions, but you know, I'll take affordable $15 versions of these. Especially like for my kids versus like the whatever the anniversary like super collector versions that are like super expensive in Japan and even more expensive now that
Oh
like
man,
importing
yeah.
is BS, right? So
You're
I
Oh
will
saying
take
yeah.
you don't want the Memorial Zoyukin for $280?
Fuck.
good God.
Good.
Or the Memorial G phone for $200?
No, please, not the Galfo. No.
Oh,
It's funny because like I was talking to somebody who came to the shop I work at, and he's a big Toku fan, and he was like, "Yeah, I dropped $200 on it." I'm like, "Dude, no, please."
I
I'm like,
will
it's
"Oh
say
so
God."
though,
expensive.
when it might be in the next year or two because it does have an anniversary coming up. But man, if
Ooh.
if slash when they do a Memorial Mega Ranger morpher, I
Ooh.
I don't care how much it is, I'm gonna get it. That is like
Oh man,
top tier with a bullet, my favorite morpher ever. So like,
100%.
I need to get that. I need that in my life. And it honestly it'll be cheaper than aftermarket prices on either the original Power Rangers one or the Artisan one that they did like a decade ago. So
Right.
like I agree
Yeah.
Hoo-hoo
with you.
bananas.
The Bandai has gotten absolutely ridiculous with their prices, but like I'm a sucker for some things, and
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
yeah.
that's how they get us.
Right.
But yeah,
But yeah,
so
if and when they do the Gorilla Zord though, he better have bananas included. I better be able to have him throw bananas.
but yeah,
But yeah,
so again, just from a general perspective, Ace's picks from for these three. I think it would have been really cool if it was like all different eras, but I'm not gonna be like that picky. Like these are like really good picks just from the current assortment of Zords and how they release them. These are gonna go right along with that. Um, I'm sure people are gonna, not be thrilled about paying like, $18 for
their
like
soul.
the chariot, like the chariot things
Oh,
from Zio.
yeah.
Uh
Oh yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
but I imagine those are gonna be I think the compromise would they because like it doesn't have to abide by this box, right? Like they don't have to do this same design because it's gonna be a different um season.
Yeah.
So if they change the
Yeah.
box to be like longer and they just do the full chariot, right? Uh and they just do those I don't know, but at that point then you might as well just do a gift set that's just like all five, right? I don't know.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
less there's less of an incentive to just get like one by itself. Um but like I feel like the Dino Thunder Zords you can go back to doing individual, and then Wild Force definitely can
Mm.
be individual depending on how they scale these. But I also do hope that
Right.
they're relatively similar size to one another. Um,
Well, they have
that
some
would
smaller ones that should definitely be in multi packs, like the armadillo
Oh yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I can't
Armadillo
think of any
Rhino
other
for
smaller ones off
sure.
the top of my head, but yeah, yeah,
Um,
Right.
yeah.
the bear arm should be in
Oh
the same
yeah.
pack. Um,
Giraffe is gonna be probably a solo pack. That
I
long
guess
ass
long
yeah,
pack.
like Lorcorn said, I
long
guess
package.
it depends on the scale. Like, yeah, how big is that gonna be? I wonder if they
um
do a thing where it comes with like the neck detached in the box.
right,
That'll look
yeah, something like
really silly.
that.
That would be really funny. Uh,
I mean, they
um
packed the Thunderzord dragon, Red Dragon. They packed that all funny, so I wouldn't be
that's
yeah,
surprised.
that's
half
also
split.
true. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah.
I,
Um,
I I will say that this yeah, like along the lines of what you were saying earlier, this is not like a bad split of stuff of like, like, hey, we're gonna do these teams in the near future. I do fear that they're kind of they are potentially burning through good stuff quick though by doing both Wild Force and Dino Thunder at around the same time.
Right.
I actually I still have a lot of the documents and I kind of want to make it, but I had an idea of making a video for my toy channel before I even had a toy channel. Of what I would like to see and what I think makes sense for producing a Power Rangers toy line. And I do like Playmate's approach where they're just like, hey, we're going to do this season and we're doing it all at once, more or less. You don't have to, not the crap that Hasbro was doing where it was, spread out and they didn't finish teams and all that sort of stuff, which a lot of people rightly gave them crap for. So I do appreciate Playmates just like doing it all at once in one go, more or less. But I think it needs to be spread out more. I think they should have, especially with this coming right off the heels of Lightning Collection, a lot of disappointments people had from that. Obviously it's different designers, different company entirely, but like they should have. I feel like they need to be, and they're targeting children to a degree with the stuff that they're putting out. What percentage children actually are buying these? I don't know, or wanting these. But that is all to say that I think they should be considering the seasons that Hasbro neglected in their toy line when approaching some of the stuff that they did. So like I feel like maybe they should have swapped out Dino Thunder for maybe like Mystic Force or Jungle
Yeah.
Fury.
Both
To
of those
give
would
just
be
a little bit.
super toyetic too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like a little bit more variety in what's being offered because Zeo is still the Zordon era and Wild Force is still Saban era, which is I think was Wild Force Saban or was that very early Disney?
I believe that was early Disney. Well, actually, no, it was still on
no, that
Fox.
was
I don't remember.
no, that was the last of the that was the last one before they switched over to Disney.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. Because
Yeah,
I
because
believe it
after
was
that,
like,
still
Ninja Storm was after them, so that that was
yeah,
okay.
there you
Disney.
go. Yeah.
So like obviously it's not Zordon, but you still had it's still Saban era. You still had the Forever Ranger was part of that season, so it still very much felt
Yeah,
part of
all all
the
three of
Zordon
these
era.
yeah, all three of these seasons have Tommy in it.
Right, that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that again, like that's why I say like you're kind of like burning through your top tier stuff
Yeah.
where I feel like you need a pacer. If you're gonna continue on beyond Mighty Morphin, like pace yourself is basically what I'm getting at. Don't when you do these three, don't then immediately turn around and be like, all right, and now we're doing in space, and and like
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say no, like because like at that point they probably have a pretty good idea and figure things out what they want to do toy wise and what people like and what people don't like. I'd be down for some in space toys, but
I think my main concern so far is that they have only made animals, and that I think the closest they'll get to making non-animals is with Zeo with the chariots. But between the Sphinx, the bull, like it's still pretty animal based. So I think that's going to be their big challenge and I don't think there's like a huge disparity between like seasons that are animal based versus seasons that are vehicle based. I don't know if there's actually like official numbers on like if the animal based seasons did like that much better. I know Dinosaurs very much does. Which
right.
I'm not gonna lie, that does make sense. Like a dinosaur toy is a dinosaur toy. That's gonna always be good with kids. But yeah, like if they do like a vehicular season, at least from my biased perspective, I do know that those Megazords are often not as iconic looking as the animal based ones. So I would be worried in terms of that, but like you said, Falcon, the ones that you listed are still pretty like either toyetic or still animals, like Wild Force, like Mystic. Yeah, Mystic Force is. I guess it's not animals. I guess they are kind of like
Yeah,
people, but like it's
basically.
still. But yeah, but it's still like
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's still
it's
not
kind
like
of
a
Fey stuff,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, it's still not like a car or like a spaceship.
So
Like
right.
that's
yeah,
what I'm
so what you're
saying.
saying is they're gonna do
But the
Turbo
train.
next.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If
Oh
they
man.
did Toker just out of nowhere, that would be crazy. just,
Yo.
just a Power Ranger season that never happened.
Oh man.
That would be nuts.
That would be
Yeah.
nuts.
Wasn't in Mystic Force the what was it, the not the Sixth Ranger, but like the Gold Ranger, didn't he have like a train?
Yeah, I
Or
think there was. He like punches
yeah,
like
okay.
a ticket, like a train ticket. But
Yeah,
I want to
that's kind
say
of cool.
I want to say, but I thought his like main Zord was technically like a genie. I thought like the train was like the lamp.
I think so. Yeah,
Am I
something
making
like
this up?
that.
Am I totally just
No,
hallucinating?
I'm losing my mind because I remember that little white cat in the fucking genie lamp.
Yeah, that's Genji, right? That's his name. Like I said,
I believe so.
this is like the worst time for me to actually recall any information because, like I said, I'm just not feeling
Same,
good. So I just like, no, this totally happened. It's like, all right, Wartord, whatever you say, go back to bed. But yeah, so yeah, I'll be interested to see when they start doing like the more vehicle based seasons, and then at that point like also what it would be, because like in space, like that's going to be a big package. Like that is going to be very big because essentially it's like a spaceship that turns into the Zord, and if they're scaling with
Right.
everything, that's a very different release
Gonna be a super deluxe
strategy
or whatever.
Yeah, unless they
Yeah, and
yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I don't know how you. Yeah, and like, do you like is that so big? Do you do electronics to kind of sweeten the deal for kids? At least in the Astro, and maybe not in the Delta,
Right.
because the Delta has to come apart
Yeah.
to combine.
Yeah, and again, this is just like in my head. Like I can't really picture a lot of the vehicle Zords versus the animal-based Zords. So I don't know how much that deviates from like their general. And I also don't know what their designers like backgrounds are, if they do a lot of like transforming vehicle
Right.
stuff, period, because like clearly they got the animal stuff down, but like the vehicles could be potentially like a very different thing to design around. Either way though, I think at least they are somewhat listening to the community again, alluding to what is coming next. But we'll do one more positive thing from Playmates before we move on, which is TMNT X Godzilla figures. I know I know Joestar, you are
I've
collecting
been
these, right?
yeah, I've been waiting for these for a hot minute. Apparently I've seen posts where it's in the targets around like California right now.
Okay.
Slowly moving to the Midwest, so hopefully they should be out soon, and I'll be able to get fucking Jet Jaguar because I want Jet Jaguar. That's the only one I honestly want, but I will take the very ratty looking Splinter.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, whoa,
Like why not?
what's going
Yeah,
on here? I think
I love Jet Jaguar.
Mecha Shredder Zilla looks pretty neat.
Yeah, that's
that
pretty
works.
good too. I think in a case it's gonna be 2 Mechagodzillas, one Jet Jaguar 1 whatever Splinter is. I keep forgetting what Splinter is. But yeah, I think it's gonna
Really?
be a lot
It's
of
not going to be even?
Mega. I don't think so.
Oh God.
Because I believe in cases for the previous wave, it was only the 3, and then I think they doubled up on Rodons. So just to fill a case with
Weird.
like at least 4 figures. I don't know for certain if that's correct. It could be wrong. I could just be psychotic. I am also like lacking a ton of sleep recently, so I would probably think that they'd probably sell in a case of 4 instead of 3. So they'd probably double up on at least one of them.
Playmates hates Donnie confirmed. That's all I gotta say. I feel like every time TMNT does releases through Playmates, it's always like a issue with Donnie in particular, and it's like, why you hate my man?
They really are racist to Donnie. Or not racist. I mean, hold on.
Purple racist.
Purple racist confirmed. They're colorist.
Yeah,
oh, that's even worse. I can't.
But either way, good to see that they're gonna finish off that line. We're gonna see them soon.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna open the can of worms now. So this is the only tier I took I screen grab from. So for anyone who's not in the know, they are doing a Kickstarter for the Dragon Zord because supposedly Playmates shopped this around to the various retailers. All the retailers said no way. We're unsure why. But if the price that we are paying through the Kickstarter is an indication, I can maybe understand why, because this is 150% more than their most expensive offering so far. So they're whether it's the dragon, the red dragon, the white tiger, or T-Rex, or I think the Mastodon was actually a deluxe too. All of those have been $20 so far, and Dragon Zord is supposedly supposed to retail at 50. So considering that it's not that much bigger than T-Rex, and I'm sure the box is also not that much bigger, I can see retailers going like, but why though? Right?
Right.
So no one wanted to pony up to pay for this, so and they don't want to leave money on the table because they already did the tooling and stuff, so it's a Kickstarter now. Now, this is where the train starts to get a little wobbly on the tracks. There
A
is
little.
I'm trying not to go full haterade because thankfully the internet has already done that, and they've already done responses to it. So actually, I'm gonna caveat with this. There was a point in time where I was not gonna support this at all, because when they first launched the Kickstarter page, it was using AI slop for all the art assets. And
now it's only some.
And not only that, Playmates has been doing that for Reignition, which really sucks. Just tons of weird, honestly, it's just weird. It's just weird. It's not appealing to anybody. I don't know who this is for. Stop doing it. If you're paying for tokens, you're wasting your money. If you're paying someone to put these prompts in, you're wasting your money. Just stop it. Just literally stop it. But the initial campaign, it was all AI slop, and on top of that, it was not even AI slop of their own stuff. It was AI slop of the Super 7 Dragon Zord, which everyone immediately recognized, which I think is kind of funny. So straight up kind of stealing on top of that, like all AI does. Anyway, So they actually put up the real pictures of their things, and so anyone who has eyeballs can see the major problems. The fact that they picked this first photo is honestly kind of hilarious. Of like, you have a screw hole on one side of the figure, and you got to make promotional material. So you can pick which side of the Dragon Sword you can take a picture of. So they choose to take a picture of the one with a giant hole in it. So everyone immediately is like, "What is this?" Right? And then we have, and then we have the other two pictures, which, you know, if you're a fan of any transforming toy, we all know the guy, the cryptid among transforming toy photographers, and even in some cases transforming toy direction writers, that they mistransform things. So everyone saw the two Zord modes and went, "Oh, they forgot to flip the mouth down for the battle mask," right? Easy thing to miss, especially if your toy photographer doesn't know the franchise or whatever. Whatever. I don't think I have a slide that has the Q&A, but I do have the response. Ooh, that's not going to be visible on the on the stream, maybe. You guys let me know
We'll
if you can
find out.
actually read that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Either way, if you want to read this, you can go to.
Oh, it's visible.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
it's totally.
you can read it. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I'm not going to read it, but the Upside Go is apparently a management company that Playmates is working with regards to this Kickstarter, which again is kind of wild because you're again just like using more money on stuff that is unnecessary. You should just have a go-to person with this. But yeah, so there is in fact no face visor for that alt mode, which again, reminder, are the two on the right here. They don't have it. It doesn't exist at all. And so they are most likely scrambling to try to make that work now. And then on top of that, I clocked it immediately. The hands are parts forming. They are not going to fold in like the original toys, which is like, you know, whatever. They needed to make a play feature because this is still essentially a kid's toy versus a collectible. But the good news is they're also going to cover up that screw hole, which again is crazy that they picked those pictures. They'll actually just, oh wait, no, I flipped this image. Never mind. I was like, wait a second, is this on the other side also? But I flipped this image.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say.
I flipped this image so it could fit on one slide. Sorry, that's my B. That's past me playing tricks on me. But yeah, so like you got a really mixed reaction here, where it's like the arms are play features, which is kind of a bummer. They're filling the nose hole, yay. The visor doesn't exist, boo, but they're gonna now pivot and include it. But
Maybe.
it's weird that, yeah, maybe, and also weird you wouldn't
Because I
include
think
that
the
in the
post
first
that you
place.
have on the screen right now, I think that's been deleted.
Oh, I thought it was in the FAQ. There's a question about the visor, so they knew this. So they knew
No,
that there was.
That I know for a fact that answer in the FAQ got deleted. That definitely
Yeah.
got deleted.
Yeah, that got deleted, but it's also crazy that they knew from the get-go that there is no face / visor.
Yeah.
And I think in the wording of their answer, they said, and there's no plans on including it, which again is insane because I didn't include the other tiers, but this is just the one tier. They had tiers where it's like you would get essentially like 4 of these, so you can have them in every mode, right? So if you don't have the the visor face plate, then you're not going to have an accurate battle mode with the Dragon Zord. It's just there's just aspects of it that don't add up, right? Like it's just very clearly logical. Like, oh, you're going to include tiers that include past Megazord releases. So if someone didn't pick up those because the Dragon Zord didn't exist yet, that you can get it all in one package, or you can get the multi packages, so you can have, you know, each one displayed in every single mode. So the fact that they knew that the visor was not there and they're like, that's good enough, is kind of insane. That's kind of insane. So right
And
now,
by kind of, totally.
Very.
yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, Falcon. I'm definitely stealing your line here, but this is a Kickstarter, a crowdfund. This is like, hey, we want to make the ideal thing, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
you price out the thing to do the ideal version of that, and you present the thing as the ideal version, so you can justify asking us to pony up $50 or however much to make the dream a reality. And so far, this campaign has been, to be very charitable, lazy. Just straight up. That my nicest way of putting it is that this has all been lazy. And again, as a retailer, if this was what was presented, and if I honestly, even if the retailer didn't know ball, but maybe the various merch pickers did, and they saw this and went, nah, I get it. You're asking for a product that's 150% more than our normal. And then on top of that, it's not even A, accurate, or B, functional, right? Like, to me, this is not functional. And they actually also released a production sample of
Oh, yeah.
this in
Transformer video.
action. And yeah, like it just, the proportions and stuff, they just don't look good, right? And then
The
again,
legs
on
are
top of,
way too long in combined mode.
yeah, and on top of all that, like I said, from the jet, they didn't show the product. They showed AI slop, and it was AI slop based off of not their own stuff, but of a different company's work, which is like that's cuckoo bananas, right? Absolutely cuckoo bananas. So all that said, a lot of people don't feel good about backing this. A lot of people are very much
and
in
yet,
the
and yet.
a lot of people are very much in the like, I have backed it, but I am, if they do not fix XYZ thing, they're taking away their pledge. And on some level, Falcon, you had said this in the Discord. Shout out to the Discord if you're there. If you're not, you should join it. Chat, be mad with us when dumb shit like this happens. But a lot of people wanted to voice their concerns, and you could only comment if you backed the Kickstarter. So a lot of people picked a pledge and, you know, let them have it in the comments. The comments were in fact
Start
relentless.
talking mad shit.
Yeah, they were in fact relentless, and, you know, again, justified. So that said, it is kind of awkward that for me, a lot of the problems with this are not problems that would affect me if I were to get this. Because I don't like the combined mode, either of them. I will not display it that way. And I just need it to look okay as a Dragon Sword. But I'm not gonna lie, 50 is, it's way more. Granted, it's not as bad as what I thought. I thought it was gonna be 60 plus personally. I really thought it was gonna be like, oh, we are truly paying for like the development cost of this. But for at least for what I can tell, this was their planned release. So I see it that way. And honestly, from if people were just backing it at the initial level, just getting the Dragon Zord, 8,000 units, I believe, is the math for this. That's honestly not crazy. That's actually kind of small, minimal even. Granted, we still have to pay for shipping, and that I'm sure is going to be a bitch. But
Yeah.
all that said,
let me do the math here. See how many they're making so far.
all that said, I think the last time I saw it still has not made goal. So
It's currently $369,000 with 24 days to go.
So
with a total of 3,700 backers.
So likely going to make it. I do feel that as much as I don't think, the people are like, haha, it didn't make it the first, like, X amount of time, it's a failure kind of thing. Like, those people are, again, those are the kind of people who are not helpful in the fandom, who are, essentially just here to like kick MMPR while they're on the ground and walk away with regards to supporting like anything else in product lines or just like in general, like shows, that kind of thing. But the I think right now the people who have backed this are indeed holding Playmates to the fire, and I think based off of the response we've gotten, things like deleting the FAQ answer, just like the hard pivots that have been made so far are good signs. And again, SDCC's announcement with regards to Power Rangers are also good signs as to like Playmates is receptive to this kind of feedback. But I will also give Falcon, you have said like, there's a potential for this to not actually be followed through, and it will just be rough to very much not happening in terms of like what people want for combined mode once this actually ships. So
real
but
quick,
that's my spiel.
doing the math on the 3,703 backers across the various tiers. They are currently set to produce 5,342 Dragon Zords. It'll be interesting to see what updates they make, if any, throughout this campaign to the product offering, what they're depicting as the product offering. And as you pointed out, people in the comments making a pledge to back this only to comment. Is there a sharp drop off at the end? It'll be interesting to see on the backer count if people put their money where their mouth is. I'm wondering if they're juicing up the price a little bit for Kickstarter. I'm wondering if maybe the retail price they were aiming for was more like 40. I feel like that would make slightly more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, you're trying to do Tommy tax and all that, and maybe produce fewer units than you were the other Megazords or the other Zords. Now that you have sales numbers, I don't maybe.
Yeah, like if this was like
I feel like
priced
even
with
40 would have been a stretch.
Yeah, if this was $50 with shipping baked in, I would be like, oh yeah, completely understandable, right? Um, I want to say it does say in
Yeah.
the pledge it like shipping is 0, but I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. There's no way like the all those packages where
Interesting.
you can have like 4 dragon zords and like 2 sets of dinozords like are gonna be without shipping.
Right. For a
Those
discount.
people, those people, by the way, you are about to get hosed once shipping hits. Like I can guarantee you. Like
Yeah.
you're
After
gonna
the
be hit.
campaign ends, we will yeah, basically after the campaign ends, they're gonna calculate shipping and then charge people.
Yeah, which is
Oof.
again, I hope that if you backed it and that is the case for you, and you picked one of those really big packages, I really hope you know that it's gonna be way more after the fact.
Yeah.
I would also warn playmates: do not celebrate early. If this makes it over 400k, do not celebrate early because you are going to look really dumb if like last day hits and you still haven't produced a good looking visor face, and like 1,000 people kill their pledges. It's gonna look really, really embarrassing if you had been like, yeah, we
Right.
funded. It's like it won't be good.
Right.
I will also say
Yeah, I've kind of
that sorry,
okay,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Falcon. No, go ahead.
Uh, I am I don't know if resigned is the right word, but I'm internalizing the fact that that this line isn't really for me. It's not what I'm looking for. I I realized that uh the toyetic factors that they're designing into these stuff isn't a huge detriment to someone who wants just a decent Megazord combining toy. Um, but I think that's starting to get away in the way, especially with something like this. And I feel like some of the odd proportions of the Thunder Megazord are in part because of the inclusion of the play aspects. Um, that being said, um, e- like this item specifically is not going to retail. It's for collectors. So like you need to add a little extra juice. I understand that they don't want to completely redo molds or designs with them already being done. So I understand, the arm folding in aspect might not be something that people are going to get. Um but yeah, it's legitimately insane that they're not
Yeah.
doing
So
the battle head. Like you said at the beginning, like that that should have been like on the design doc when you're planning this item. Like it shouldn't even have been a consideration for omitting that because it's not a complete product.
yep.
And so had this been released at retail for $20 like the other ones, maybe they might have gotten away with it because it's a $20 Dragon Zord. But like if it came out of retail for double the price of what their other offerings were, like that is highly suspect. And now that but that like wasn't even in the cards. So like now they're coming and asking $50 via Kickstarter. It's just like that's why I just have zero faith in any future shows that they do outside of the MMPR seasons. Even season 3, like I joke, I don't remember if it was on the Discord or if it was in a DM with you, Wartorn, but I joked about how I can't wait to be disappointed by their Ninja Falcon Megazord so that I can just go buy the legacy one.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like, whatever they do for that, I'm sure it's gonna enrage me, and it's like, well, I don't wanna spend $20 on that because it's garbage, so I'm just gonna go on eBay and get the legacy one instead.
yeah. Like I said, when you design tiers specifically for, hey, here's the full package. If you skipped out on retail, here is the whole kit and caboodle. That way you can do the combine mode. And the fact that the combine mode doesn't even work makes no sense. And then on top of that, like you said, this is a kid's toy first. It is a collector item, maybe like a distant third. Like I don't know what second place is, but it's
Right,
definitely
right.
it's definitely not
Which
the
goes back. Sorry, I'm interrupting your point, but that goes
No,
back
no,
to
no, go ahead.
my my point when we were talking about the new shows that they were doing. Like, I'm really curious as to like their numbers, their demographic numbers, and what like information they have. Because like, how many like what is the percentage breakdown on adults buying these for themselves, and adults buying them for kids, or maybe kids have their birthday money or whatever and the kids are buying them themselves. Like, what is the percent truly, what is the percentage breakdown on this? Because I feel like if they were, I understand wanting to make cheaper items that are friendly retail. Maybe it's the retailers that are pushing for the action items. That's entirely possible, I don't know. But I feel like if they, did a 1-2 combo of just like not not what's the word? Not compromising on the design elements and the combining elements in order to include play features, and if so to make them slightly more collector friendly while also doing things that Hasbro didn't bother to do or were never going to do. I think if they were to make those two adjustments to their offerings and the products that they're doing, I think they could be cooking a little, But
Yeah.
I don't know, with this Kickstarter is really giving them a lot of bad press, rightly so.
Yeah. I was gonna say before I make my point, Joestar, was there anything you wanted to add? I know this is like very much spurred by me, and then like their Falcon has had their thoughts. So I want you to have time to
I
chime in if you want.
sadly do have a lot of haterade for this. Mainly because like it's like it is indeed like a kids line, right? It's a toy line for kids, aimed towards kid. Why are we doing Kickstarter for it? Where like what I don't know. There's just like so much like to it. Like you guys are kind of touching all the points too. It's like why is this like in so much hot water already? And like at this point I could kind of see why like saw like a lot of retailers like did not take this deal, because the way it's like planned out, it's clear that they had like no real like QC on this, or not even just from a quality control standpoint, but even a design standpoint. Um from what I've seen so far on like what they've had, like whenever I pass by Target, it's all like actually reasonably decent stuff. Like they brought back the classic head flipping figures. They have all the nice morphers and stuff. It's like it seems like the attention to detail is there. So why, when it comes to the Dragon Zord, one of the most like all-time favorite Zords for like a lot of people, because of just the everybody loving Mighty Morphin, right? um why did they fumble the bag so hard on this? Well, I shouldn't say fumble the bag, because like it's still like in the process of coming out. um like I don't know. I'm already like over MMPR. I'm always over MMPR. I feel like that's always my standpoint on things, and the fact that they they couldn't get what was it, retailers to pick up this product to sell on their shelves, kind of shows that maybe other people are actually kind of over it already. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah. I
it's also
yeah,
probably the fact that people who are collecting specific Zords are indeed collectors. So I guess this is why they were aiming towards the Kickstarter standpoint of this. But yeah,
yeah, I
that's all
yeah,
I could
I
think of.
no, I'm glad you were uh glad you were able to articulate that because that is kind of what I was going to say of like on some level it's a good thing the retailer said no to this, right? Because if they had said yes, there is potential that we would have gotten a Dragon Zord that had, a hole in the nose, no battle mask,
Oh boy.
and still be, this price. So it's kind of
Right.
like this, kind of a monkey's paw situation, but like maybe this was like the best situation for it to at least be better. But like you said, Joestar, how did we get here? How is it that it wasn't
Right.
even? It should have been. It shouldn't have needed correction. And then I
Yeah.
just to do one more like people's elbow while they're on the ground. I have on screen right now the Kickstarter stretch goals, which LOL, but also um yeah, these are not things that people want. Like it, and this is I would say this is both like from a kid's perspective and a adult's perspective. One, like you said, Joestar, like you said, Falcon, this is not purely collector oriented. It's supposed to be kid oriented, but it's not in a medium that says that, right? Because we are here, this means it's targeting adults because kids aren't going on Kickstarter looking for toys that they want to get made and
Yeah.
backing
If
them.
they are, then good God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that said, um, some of the things that I honestly like was surprised to not see. One, no black and gold variant
I
for
was gonna say that. That's a
Mm,
no-brainer.
yeah, literally for any of it, not even just the Dragon Sword, like Kickstarter exclusive black and gold variant. I will go on record and saying I think the black and gold variant is stupid and I don't like it, and it's awful every
Yep.
time I do see it. But there's some people that love that shit, and sure, go off, king or queen. But like,
I can
right.
guarantee you they would have at least 500 people on that tier if that was a thing.
yes, exactly. Even if they made it limited, honestly, if especially if they had made it limited, right? Or like make it
Yep.
a special
Yep.
box, like make it,
Yep.
and they even say in the tiers like, for the double Dragon Zord one, it's like one to rock, one to stock, right? And it's like so you understand this. You understand that there's some people who like they care about the packaging, they care about the presentation of the thing. So if you made a black and gold variant, one, already getting a whole bunch of people, doubling up. Uh, Special edition Kickstarter only black and gold variant, even more people flocking to it. Like you can pay out the no. Falcon, we've talked about it. There's some of these tiers where like who's buying this, and then you can see that there are multiple people who are getting like the like four of everything tier, and
Yep.
you know what? If maybe like Power Rangers slash MMPR is the only thing you collect, so uh, Falcon just having fun. Uh, uh, Maybe that's all you care about, and that's the only thing you collect. Good on you. This is the only thing you're going to spend on this year. Fine, but that can't be everybody. And you need to have those incentives. You have to have, even if it was black and gold versions unlocked at 400K or 550K, again,
Right.
then
Right.
it's like, oh, now we have a reason to back this beyond the 400K, right?
Yeah.
um
Yep.
but right now there's just no motivation to doing it. I think honestly the tiers do make sense, um at least if you had a fully functional Dragon Zord, which I'd argue we don't. But if we're taking those steps toward that, they're not going to be. It's not going to be in time for NYCC. I don't know if there's going to be any like toy trades between now and the end of the Kickstarter, but who knows? Like maybe this is one of those things where like maybe they will on their own like cancel and come back, right? I've seen it happen even with Kickstarters that do make it. There are sometimes like and we've like Falcon, you and I have talked about this. Like sometimes there is just a amount where like this is what gets the lights turned on, right? But it doesn't necessarily make money. Maybe there is kind of like a secret amount that they hope to get, that if they don't get it, they might just like, hard eject out of the Kickstarter. And one of the things that I was also kind of surprised about was that this is only for the Dragon Zord.
Right.
I think, and I had this thought when initially was announced that it was going to Kickstarter. It's like, oh, that's actually a good way for us to get Titanus, because I think Titanus is also a huge hurdle to get to retail.
Big bitch.
It's huge. It's going to be expensive. It's not a lot of people are going to want it, but it is something that a lot of people would consider to be the final piece to make, the MMPR set complete, at least in terms of Zords. So on some level, when I heard that they were going to do this as a Kickstarter, I was kind of hoping they would also put Titanus in there as just like, hey, pie in the sky. You could make Titanus a tier for stretch goals of like, we get to 600K, we're going to make Titanus 2, we're going to add that to the tiers that you can back, and we go.
Right.
Because the Creative Beast Studio, that's what they did with their Beasts of the Cyberzoic campaign. Only a few of the actual Dino Rider inspired stuff was even available at first, but they kept on making so much money from pledging. It's like, all right, now we're gonna introduce this new thing, and then it cascades and it can cascades to the point where like they got to like, all right, we are making everything that we wanted for this line. And they could have done that with Dragon Zord and Titanus. They didn't. Granted, it probably would have been like AI slop again and like kind of shitty. But like, even if it was just the idea of getting a Titanus might have been like enough to get people to, again, maybe throw a little bit more money at this than they normally would have. Between that, the black and gold variant, just the promise of like, you can, like, the tiers are laid out fine otherwise. It's, again, just the product itself is just not aligning with the strategies. Like I have literally been in classes that like teach how to do Kickstarter stuff, and like I think that a lot of the things they did here were correct, and they were they had like they had good bones to it. But again, just like the initial product, the thing that is the cornerstone to the whole operation is flawed and doesn't align with the rest of the strategy. It's just super weird. It's super weird. I
got two things.
Okay.
One, the URL for Playmates Toys is playmatestoys.com, not playmates.com.
Yeah.
And I just so I guess Playmates does not have a direct to consumer storefront, it doesn't look like. So they could not go that route for such an item like this. And then some quick napkin math. Had they done a black and gold variant, they easily could have gotten people for at least $236, which is a regular Dragon Zord and then a full set of 6 Zords. And then honestly, they probably could have gotten people for close to, and then once tax and shipping, they probably could have gotten people for close to $400 if they had done a Titanic, because that would probably have been $100 if I had to guess.
Yeah.
So like that would easily push, that would inflate the the unlock amount, the unlock tier amounts. Because they're pretty close to 400 now. Assuming there isn't a mass exodus at the end, they're probably gonna be well over 400. So if they were getting people to double dip for a black and gold, and then effectively triple dip for a Titanus, I think they could have easily gotten to 600.
Yeah. All right. Any other last shots at this thing before we move on?
No, like you
fair.
said, like the actual like flaws have been beaten to death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nailed on the head.
Yeah. So
yeah. Like it was one of those things
now
where
we
like
watch.
it was quite refreshing seeing everyone like, all right, like we have a problem with this, right? Again, even me, a person who technically is not really affected by either the battle mode or the play feature arms being a thing. I'm like, yeah, that's not a great move, guys. It just isn't. It just I don't know how we got, like, I don't know how not molding in the face costs that much more to not justify it having been made, right? Like that to me is like, how much truly is that extra tooling, which you now have to do anyway. So on some level, you've had to, do even more money than needed if you had just done it correctly.
You had
the
to
first
do
time.
more money. You had to do
Like
the
I
money
said,
more.
Yeah.
like I said, man, I am gassed right now. But like yeah, like it's I don't know. There's just a lot of decisions that don't add up. I really, really hope that they do correct and they're not just, say, I like, again, a lot of people said they are going to retract their pledges, and do not count your chickens before they hatch, guys. Do not celebrate if this makes it over, because there's a lot of people who have voiced that they are going to pull the plug if they sense at all that they're not going to get that faceplate. So just watch out. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah, just a real quick, more Ninja Force stuff from G.I. Joe Classified. So we're heading into the Hasbro realm. I guess we were kind of in the Hasbro realm because Hasbro owns Power Rangers, but truly Hasbro product. Ninja Force, Snake Eyes, and Jinx, neat. Though, if I remember correctly, this is not what Ninja Force Jinx looks like. It's not a bad design, but it's also not what she looks like in that line. But again, neat. I believe this is Target exclusive, so good luck everyone finding this / ordering it.
Ripperoonie.
Also introducing our
RIP.
new pre-order graphic for the date.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm married to this, but I'll play around with. I've made a dedicated like presentation graphics board, so I'm going to start
okay.
like making that a thing rather than like whenever I remember it / if I think it's important. So yeah, so on 18th next month, may the odds be in your favor if you are looking for it on Target Online, because those pre-orders are pretty brutal.
Cuckoo bananas even.
Speaking of brutal pre-orders, the beast that apparently a
Oh,
lot of people
yikes.
had a problem with is in fact highly coveted, because it is sold out in most places.
Rip.
Rough.
So yeah, so if you missed out on this $40 beast, which I did see some discourse on about it being too expensive. Clearly, people did not give F because
No.
if you see the aftermarket prices for a retro beast or even Caliban beast, $40 is
Oh
like,
God.
okay, sure, whatever.
Yeah, say
Actually,
less.
I take that back for Caliban Beast. I actually don't know how crazy those prices are. I just know that um, Retro Beast, which hilariously went to clearance when it initially was offered, is now over $100 easy. So,
Oh, girl, it's almost $200.
yeah, I was gonna say actually this announcement actually made the price go up because it's like, oh, people are like, if it's the same offering, then cool, I don't need the other one. But because there's no lab coat with this one, now we're like, oh, I really need that one now. So also egg on people's faces when that gets reissued because I can assure
Oh,
you
for
that
sure.
Retro Beast is
It'll
going to get
happen.
reissued.
I wonder if
Speaking
that's
of,
one of the reissues that Dan was teasing.
yes, speaking of reissues, I actually did not look in time, but Mysterio is also sold out on Pulse,
Jesus.
and I think right before we went live, the dates for these other two went up. So Mysterio already went up. It's already gone, at least on Pulse. I don't know where else it is at that is still in stock. But Venom and Lizard are both coming out, I believe, tomorrow and Wednesday, and or Wednesday. I know it's
Yeah,
one of
I
those
know it's at
days.
least this week.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
um, two again, very highly coveted figures. Lizard is also like above 100, and this Venom is so popular. It has KOs made of it. So, um,
Mm.
yeah. If you want these, um, be quick on the trigger with them. I am going back and forth about this Venom because on one hand, this is in fact an animated Venom, but also I don't know if I like the cell shading. I go back and forth on
Mm.
it. It's accurate, but also kind of ugly in 3D. um,
I mean, you could
and
be like Robo and be a crazy person and just take acetone to it.
no, God. Yeah, I don't know if I'm there. I have the 85th, and I have the big boy himself, the Gamerverse Spider-Man 2 one.
Right.
So I don't know if I need another Venom, but
Yeah, I was just
I,
thinking the other day, I think even before this got announced, on how like I think I'm good on Venoms because I think I have like 4 Venoms. And I'm like, I don't need another one.
yeah. But and then on top of that, all this is coming out at retail, at least current retail. So Benny for people who have been waiting and have been patient and didn't give in to scalpers or anything. It's kind of crazy. I remember I got the Mysterio and Lizard for retail just because, again, whenever you're doing search terms, folks, sometimes just do like just generic stuff. Just do like Marvel toys or like Marvel lot or Spider-Man lot or
Yes.
Spider-Man toys
Yes.
because sometimes you will find deals galore. I got a Lightning Collection White Ranger and Time Force Red that way, of like just a guy's like I think it was literally just toys, and
Oh,
and
Jesus.
and like I stumbled upon it and I'm like, oh, like and it's like it's just like, you know, the 25 each, which at the time was retail, and just like, and it's like sold with like free shipping, awesome. um, and then a guy he was selling his entire Spider-Man villain collection, and it included
Whoa.
Lizard and Mysterio and Electro. Um, and I was just like, wow, I had hit the mother load here, and the guy was super cool about it. I even got like soft goods with the Mysterio with it. It was a really sick package.
Nice.
I know blasphemy, but I did actually like buy another Mysterio to give it the regular plastic cape. But I also
That's
did that.
funny.
I also did that because I thought the Mysterio had like the see-through helmet, but that was the first Mysterio they made, and I actually really like that like freaky skull with like tentacles coming out of its eye sockets and stuff. I really
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
design for Mysterio, so I got the other one just to swap it. But yeah, but these three are obviously like they're iconic Spidey villains, absolutely needed. Um, and yeah, pick them up when they go up because they're not going to stay up for long. And then this
Facts.
also just hit today, but it seems like Hasbro has acquired the license to make 1/12 scale Final Fantasy VII figures. So they are making a Sephiroth, a Cloud, a Tifa, and an Aerith. Rip, it's potentially going to
But
be
why?
$30.
Oh, man.
uh,
Final Fantasy, man. It's got the same problem, in my opinion, as like Power Rangers, where it's like there's always that one specific chapter of that series that is like beat to death, which in this case is Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah,
yeah,
like this is like fucking corporate quarterly thinking taken to the extreme, because it just seems like, I mean, they indicated that they were going to be doing this. If you, not that you should, because it's not for us, it's for crazy people. But if you read or listen to any of Hasbro's earnings calls, um
oh, that's what you mean. Yeah.
yeah,
If you just casually
you'll,
listen to earnings calls, are you okay? Are you good?
I mean, I got nothing better to do. Anyway, um, like they're just you know throwing darts at the board of whatever is popular IP that quarter, and then trying to get a toy license, a limited toy license for them. So like we've seen that with Street Fighter the movie, we got the Zelda, now apparently Final Fantasy, and it's like that's um these aren't things or properties that they're going to have for long periods of time like they typically do with their other action brand toy lines. These are things that are just, it's basically one-offs every single time. It's like, okay, what is the property du jour? So like next, is it going to be, I don't know, we're going to get fucking Fast and Furious figures? Like,
Oh boy.
you
How many
know?
Well,
times can you buy a
okay,
Dodge Charger?
okay. One,
That probably makes more sense for Mattel,
yeah.
because one, they do wrestling figures, and two, they have Hot Wheels. So like it makes more sense for
Yeah.
Mattel to do that.
Okay,
But
I
like
was gonna say
you get what I mean. Like
1/12 scale Fast and Furious Dodge Charger. That's how we get a Dodge Charger for Robbie. Two, I'm
okay,
not gonna lie, Fast and Furious figures would be kind of good, just from like, again, alluding to later on in the stream, like just kind of having like normal people. I don't know how good it's gonna sell, but like just having like normal
right.
people 1/12 scale figures could be kind of good. But
I
my
guess
other joke response to you, Falcon, is like, but did you see how much Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond made?
so. What you're saying is every time that there is a successful Magic set, 2 years later, we're gonna see action figures for the same property.
um, I honestly the
Wait, who has the Lord of the Rings license?
Oh snap.
it could be Hasbro.
I mean, they'd be cooking if that would be okay. So I guess my point is, but I'm getting a cart before the horse here.
Falcon is retracting everything they just said because they're gonna get
No,
Lord of the
no, no,
Rings
no,
figures.
My point is, I'll make that make sense. Hold on. my point is, when you're doing these one-off lines, when you're doing these one-off waves of just, random properties, unlike, like, okay, yeah, you're 1 quarter you got this, 1 quarter you got that, so you get the sales for this, you got the sales for that, cool, awesome. Like, I don't know if they're thinking like putting Hasbro on the box makes them think it's a gateway to their evergreen lines. But the way I see it is like, that's not a way to build a fan base, because you have people like similar to this Laura Croft figure. Like, people are just dipping in for that, and then like they're out. They're not getting the other random GI Joe classified series figure. They're here for the Laura Croft, and that's it. They don't care about anything else. People that are getting Zelda, they're getting their Zelda. They don't care about the 1800 mall figure. They just want their Zelda figure. They just want Link. So like, doing these one-offs isn't a way to strengthen your Action Brands line, which has not been doing very well. But maybe that's how they see it. It's like, oh, our evergreen lines aren't doing so well, so let's change it up and just do whatever's popular right now and get people juiced in on that. But that being said, Lord of the Rings, there's a lot of depth there. There's a lot to work with. There's a lot to work with. A lot of variants. A lot of easy parts reuse. I'm just saying. Saying.
For me, I think the only reason why I make that connection is, one, we're gonna do a short pivot into Magic the Gathering talk, and then we will come back to action figures, I swear. There has been some attempt to do synergizing between all the various Hasbro properties, which includes Action Brands with MTG. With Marvel Legends, they have the MTG cards. I'm not suggesting that any of these Final Fantasy VII figures would come with an MTG card, but I'm not gonna lie, it is a potential that they could use MTG as a incubator for what would sell, right? If Final Fantasy and Lord of the Rings make more money than God, it stands to say that if we made action figures for these, maybe people will buy them. And considering, the at the very least the characters they've picked out here, like they're doing the hits. I don't know if we're gonna get the full Final Fantasy VII crew. I think that would be a very tall order, but for a lot of people, they don't need the full crew. They just need, these four. Again, same thing with Lord of the Rings. If it was literally just you make the not even the full fellowship. If you make like a Frodo and Sam 2-pack, Gandalf, Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli, done. That's a whole set. And then like if it does really well, like
I have my wallet next to me, but like here's my wallet.
Right. Then you add Merry and Pippin. Maybe you do some Nazgul in there.
That's what I'm saying, dude. The line makes itself. You got your easy ins. You got multiple movies. You got books that you can pull from. You can do your regulars. You can do your deluxes. You can do your battle damage, con exclusives. You can
Boromir with arrows in them. Recreate the death scene. They love doing that with Transformers.
they truly do.
But yeah, so it's like, I don't know.
You have to buy the con exclusive if you want the Horn of Gondor.
That's how we can get horses. It's how we can get horses. they make everyone horses in Lord of the Rings.
Hey, let's go.
See,
and these horses have names, yo.
We also made jokes about the Fast Furious, like, oh, we're gonna have a Dodge Chargers. Like, yes, think about the synergy between other action lines. But anyway, but like I said, I can see that happening, because also it's things like, I don't know, Star Wars being included with D&D is doing a Star Wars Universes Beyond. And they're also doing WoW. Granted, I'm pretty sure McFarlane has the domestic license for WoW, but like, hey, you never know. Maybe if D&D WoW does well, maybe there is in fact, as I've surmised / theorized, that there is going to be a MTG World of Warcraft set. Maybe it will be like full synergy and they have figures too. You never know. You never know with any of this stuff. But yeah, it was just a very interesting unintentional leak. Preternia presented this, but I believe the original person who presented this was something Spicy Psyduck, I think.
Yeah, Spicy Psyduck does a lot of leaks and stuff from Asian markets.
So just something to keep an eye on. I think folks have said that this has been legit in the past when these types of leaks happen. So obviously we'll wait to see if that happens maybe at NYCC. Maybe it will happen earlier because of the leak. Maybe there's a Square conference / presentation that I don't know about that's coming up, and they're gonna mention these.
No, I already looked at the list and there was nothing that jumped out to me.
Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, there's a this is likely NYCC fodder. Who knows? And I was gonna also say there is already the connection between WB and Hasbro for a potential Lord of the Rings figure set, just because they're doing Harry Potter. Remember, so that's a big WB. Yeah, see, it's already there.
The groans.
It's already there, and I'm pretty sure Hobbit, just like LOTR before, made more money than God for MTG this year. So, hey,
right, and the Harry Potter line that is presumably going to be evergreen. So, like, all these other random things that they're doing, why would you like? Why just pivot? Just take the people that are working on that and do Lord of the Rings instead.
Yeah.
Basically what I'm saying.
Also, it is that kind of worrying thing of like, where's this budget coming out of? Sorry to kind of backtrack a little bit, but like that's why I'm not as worried as you, Falcon, with regards to the Playmates Zord stuff. I really think because like TMNT is no longer there and not occupying their mind, I think they have to hard pivot to something to make up for that lost revenue, and it might just be Power Rangers. Granted, that also
I don't agree. I don't disagree with that premise. I disagree that the audience is there to close that gap.
Yes, that is fair. But yeah, moving on. All right. We're finally here after 2 hours. But Big Bad Toy Store has their own crowdfunding / Kickstarter-esque thing called Big Bad Launchpad, and it has a whole bunch of other pre-orders that they've done as like Big Bad Launchpad. So like I don't know if I've just like missed it or if like this is truly like new for NPC in particular, but really cool concept. Just NPC in general. Big Bad Toy Store is, I would say, beloved. I do feel like there's some people that don't like them, but that might be just like pricing.
I think the people that don't like them are stupid people. Without having,
I hate to say it, but I agree.
By being, I'm being reductive, but like the people that don't like Big Bad are stupid people because they don't pre-order until like days after the pre-order has gone up, and they're like, "Why haven't I got my thing yet from Big Bad? Everyone else from all these other stores have gotten it," and they don't realize it's because they're low on the list, and that's how pre-orders work.
But because of their success, it makes sense they have their own line of figures. They have the Big Bad Workshop already doing figs, Monster Force, Long Box Legends, that kind of thing. So we got the tick through them. We got obviously all their Monster Force stuff is really cool, but NPC is devoid of any kind of actual IP
branding
or anything. So it's just supposed to be like generic, background stuff. And I gotta say, this is a really interesting set of figures. I don't know if this would have been like, this is exactly what I would have done, but clearly like people are responding to it. And like once I laid it all out, it's like, oh wow, there is actually like a really good variety here. So I don't think we have to spend time like, looking at every single little thing here, but they have already fully funded. They unlocked every tier that was going to be available. So clearly people really like this. So we're just going to go slide by slide. Essentially, each slide is focusing on a different character. So Mob Boss by himself, and then also on top of that, their normal figure set is going to be this $37 mark. So really good, honestly, for the amount of stuff you're getting with each one. So Mob Boss here, just generic suit goon. Not exactly an army builder, but he has plenty of stuff that you can give to mooks. I'm sure that you can put him with a bunch of like Indiana Jones suit guys, and they would look just like peas in a pod. And then we got the cheerleader here.
I will say though, with the mob boss, it is diabolical that the cats are chase variants and you can't actually like select or just get a pack of all of them.
Right.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. I didn't realize it's
Yep.
random.
You get a Yep.
I really hope that if you buy
just give me my fucking cats, man.
I really hope if you buy 4, they give you 4 different cats. They gotta, right? They gotta.
Fingers crossed.
I don't
know. Anyway,
craziness.
Cheerleader. This is where we get to the basic options. So 37 gets you the full package, and again you get your bonus accessories that come with it. But they also, for some of these, have like a basic tier. So it's just the pom-poms, the phone, alt hands, and like the body, base body for $7 off. But obviously for the $7 more, you get a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I think this is probably the one that's like holding up the entire crowdfund all on its own, is the SWAT commander and just like a base SWAT guy. But yeah, you get a ton of great accessories, the different face plates, all that stuff. And then if you weren't already on board with this, you also get an accessory kit which also has a ton of cool stuff in there. By the way, I realize this kind of sounds like an ad. It's not an ad. This is just a really cool thing that Big Bad is doing. Not that they really need the AdSense for it. They clearly know exactly what folks want. They've already funded this, so we're just kind of preaching to the choir here. But yeah.
But hey, if you want to sponsor.
Yeah, I was gonna say I won't say no to that. But $22 for a crap ton of more hands, more weapons, donuts. I think honestly, I think the really cool thing is having like the backwards cap for the basically like a SWAT sniper. Like that's just super cool. The megaphone. All of these are really awesome options to really differentiate your SWAT guys.
The really awesome flask that you definitely want your police officer to have.
Yeah. Oh man.
And then I think these are.
I didn't wait. Go back. Wait, hold on. Can you go back? I didn't.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
I don't
Flask
remember
right
all the
here.
accessories.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. I don't see a surveillance camera. Huh.
Yeah, where's the flock?
Yeah, you think that would be in there?
Did they drop? Did they drop license for flock? Not joking.
I was gonna say, any cameras here? No.
Crazy.
That's
No
really funny.
camera.
Yeah.
Not realistic. Pre-order canceled.
cameras.
Yeah, sorry.
And then and then you also have the news anchors here who are clearly referencing Anchorman. But
Yeah.
also apparently this primetime news anchor is like a 80s in-joke character that has shown up in several properties, at least according to Robo, who covered this on their rewind. So that's news to me, but if that's the case, cool. And it also tracks for a lot of Big Bad Workshop stuff has referenced other characters versus like their other characters. Like their general is I think like a reference to 4 different characters, including General Ross. So it makes sense that like these characters are also calling back to something. But yeah, like just these in general are like super cool. Lots of options between like affordability, and even if you do grab one of these, like just thinking about like G.I. Joe Classified did their cop, right? And it's granted it's not a SWAT officer; those are very different. But just think about the amount of accessories that cop came with, and then look at this one. It's very comparable. Slash the big bad version comes with more, so it makes sense that the price points are different. And then like my initial slide had, the founders prices are locked up until you know this period of September 18th. So after that you're going to be paying whatever the real price is going to be, which is most likely going to be 40 and 35, I imagine, or something like that, or 40 and
Yeah,
33.
we should note that this launchpad Kickstarter-esque thing isn't the only way you'll be able to get these figures. That's just to ensure basically early bird pricing and these getting made. These are, but this campaign has been fully funded, so these molds are going to get made. These figures are going to get made, and after that initial product ships out, they will still make these available on the Big Bad Toy Store website, for just regular in stock purchasing. But the price that you're seeing during the campaign is not going to be guaranteed after the fact. It might still say the same price. We don't know. But yeah, it could. But with everything going on, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they go up for regular purchase.
Yeah, I was gonna say I assume it's gonna be 40 normal, because that's what all the MonsterVerse stuff went up to after like the first month or so.
Okay, my bad.
But again,
Right.
that's just a guess. Like you said, like circumstances might make the prices go further.
Right.
I also
right.
want to say I'm pretty sure we saw all of these, and even like what future waves will look like when we
Yeah, they've been
covered
showing a lot of
SDC
stuff in in prototype format at toy shows.
So
probably. I don't
yeah,
remember
because
off the top of my head.
I know
Though.
there's a priest coming, because I remember that the cheerleader was next to the priest when they were showing these off. I want to say there's another. I think it might be another police officer. It might be like not plain clothes, but like a uniform one.
Right.
But yeah, there's these are really good options for populating your 1/12 world. Yeah, like I said,
Hey, I mean, notice that there's no like missing face plates or screw holes on faces. What's the deal with that? Yeah.
yeah.
It's really
Yeah,
good.
I guess I'll overall I'll say that people should really definitely read the Big Bad Launchpad like main landing page that explains how these work, because apparently everyone and their mother on the internet somehow still does not know how a Kickstarter campaign works, and therefore is always confused whenever a new HasLab launches. And this is more in line with a Kickstarter. It's more complicated than a HasLab or other toy funding, like it's the Four Horsemen, more complicated than even that. Um, so like the way that this campaign, the NPC campaign went, and with the different tiers and things that got unlocked, the things that were like automatic that you're getting, things that you have to buy additionally, but still had to get unlocked in certain ways. Like there was a lot of moving parts, a lot of things going on, but that's all very well explained on the Big Bad Launchpad landing page. So just like learn how to read and go look at that.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's Big Bad. Like they are, as far as these retail online retailers go, especially in the toy space, they have been really reasonable and patient when it regards to communicating with folks, and I feel like they have more than enough goodwill to trust that like doing
Yeah.
this is not a risk, right? Like they are not even if beyond like the delivery of other people's product, their product has, from what I understand, not ever had any like major issues with them. Um, though I will say, Falcon, you pointing out the chase cat aspect of the mob boss, that is I don't really like that. But like I said, if you order 4 mob bosses, I really hope you are giving each cat to that person. Please.
I don't know.
I
But yeah,
mean, hopefully they have like some sort of like QC. Like if you don't get any of them, if you buy 4, maybe you could trade in like the other 3 that are like duplicates or whatever. Hopefully.
yeah,
Yeah, I
or
wonder because like Big Bad support is pretty good, but yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how it's packaged. If it's in like a blind box from a factory, like they might not be able to do anything.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. Like a
yeah,
blank white box, just sad.
Right.
yeah. But yeah. Um, any, uh, I guess, anything either about this or anything you guys want to talk about in general, because I feel like this was pretty cut and dry, and then on top of that, like there's no like again, there's like no real risk with this project because it's done. It's they
Right.
I
Right.
want to say it's like first day they hit all the tiers, everything got unlocked. All the unlocks are
Yeah,
automatically
it was
included
nuts.
with everything. All the unlocks look pretty sick. It is kind of funny. I do feel like as far as unlocks go, I think yeah, I think the biggest winner is the anchor, or maybe the cheerleader. I don't know if this bag is soft goods. If this was soft goods, that'd be crazy. Um,
That'd be pretty sick.
I would be
uh,
shocked if it was.
yeah, but yeah, because I just realized
Yeah,
like, oh
so
yeah,
far
it is just kind of
everything looks
2
good.
faceplates and a gun, isn't it? But I don't know.
I mean,
Teach their
more
own.
guns for a SWAT guy, I feel like
Yeah,
is always a good thing.
yeah. But my
Big smoke.
literally my initial mind's eye purchase of this is two commanders, 2 base, and then you have like oh, and then the backwards hat accessory kit, because then you would have shield
Right.
guy with pistol, 1 shotgun guy, 1 rifle guy, and then 1 sniper guy with the backwards hat. The backwards hat is very important.
Very,
uh,
very important.
But then you'd have to supply your own sniper rifle because there isn't one.
Yes,
Right.
but I don't know. I also feel like uh, that to me is just like they cooked here. They cooked here. I'm very tempted to pick these up truly because yeah, it's just a
And
very
technically, you wouldn't be breaking your only 2 army builders rule.
Yep, it's because it's a base one and a commander, so they're two different things. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm torn because that's just like a lot of money, and I don't know if I really need the generic guys, but there's also a lot of potential ones down the road that I've seen them present that I'm like, oh yeah, I would be very much down for this. I'm thinking about like the priest too because folks that one post that you shared, Falcon, on our Discord of the Halloween stuff coming out and people getting the cathedral room thing for Daredevil, and like that just looks really cool.
Yes.
So just having a random priest figure would be kind of neat. But yeah. Anything uh anything we want to add? Anything we want to plug?
I guess I need to. I think I said this before on a prior stream, but I need to go and watch some reviews of the Big Bag Workshop stuff. So I've yet to really check out the figures that they've been putting out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know Robo for sure has reviewed them, but I don't know. uh, Maybe Unparalleled has done a couple Monster Force reviews. That sounds like something he would have covered.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm really unsure who else I would look to for review wise. At least of these in particular.
Yeah.
And then
But that's
Joestar,
for me.
Joestar, did you want to talk about that He-Man secret lair or no?
I do and I don't. I just know I'm gonna be like very counterproductive on that conversation because either way I'm buying all of them. I hate to say it. I'm buying all of them. Like I mean, sure I could talk about my dislikes about it, but I'm still getting all of them.
That's fair.
Nothing's gonna stop me from buying them.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But yeah.
definitely put that into the Motu chat in the Discord because obviously I'm sure you were just kind of like, really looking at the cards earlier today and didn't get the chance to put them up, but it would be cool to see like all of it in one spot because I feel like I've only seen it in piecemeal, but some of the things I've seen from it are really sick, and yeah,
Right.
very
It's really
tempting.
nice. The art's awesome, of course, but here, let me post it right now in the Motu chat because I literally have them all saved. It's
Okay.
nothing too crazy.
The She-Ra Soul Ring honestly is my favorite of all of those. That Soul
Yeah,
Ring is so
that
cool.
is the most beautiful soul ring I have seen. I'll post it by like the waves they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Because everything's gonna be in its own like little. Oh, whoops! I forgot the soul ring in there. Whoops.
The one card. No,
The
that's
one
okay.
card that's like
That's
awesome.
okay because then it gets to be big by itself and it deserves to be seen in all its
Oh yeah.
glory. But yeah, yeah, the MTG world is something that occasionally this stream will touch upon. So we will, when relevant, show it
All
if
right, there you go.
I
I
if I
put it in
remember to put it
the
up. But I
chat.
think those were announced just today, right?
literally today, this morning, I
Okay, yeah.
forget exactly what time, but I was seeing some content creators post it before I've even seen the article myself, so I'm like confused. I'm like, is it even out? But when I actually pulled it up, I'm like, good God, this is like good, but bad in some ways, in my opinion. But I feel like I understand why they chose to do what they did. But um at the same time, I also think it was a missed opportunity. So long story short, it's basically the secret layer line for Motu, majority of the cards are just reprints, like reskins of like other cards. And I kind of hate that because there's been like what? A
Isn't
ton of
that most
secret
secret layers
layers.
though?
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. That's originally what secret layer is. But then when you look back at um the
Marvel
let's
sets.
say Sonic the Hedgehog secret layer or even the Marvel one. Yeah, the Marvel secret layers. The all of them are like unique cards, their own
Oh, okay.
characters, especially like stuff like the Sonic secret layer. And I kind of understand that. Um the point of secret layers is to just have like exclusive collector art for like your certain cards, but I was kind of hoping that they'd give Motu the business, know what I'm saying, and like give them like very good choices for or not very good choices, very good like flavor text and
Original.
everything. I mean, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, all the cards are beautiful. They all look really nice, but I was hoping they'd all have their own like effects and their own like character or like, their own character card instead of like being a reprint. But I
Yeah.
can't really be too mad about it because either way, it's a Motu secret layer that I've been like low key kind of begging for at this point. So
Yeah. Yeah, we alluded to at the beginning, just Skeletor not being able to command all his guys, at least from a deck commander perspective, is kind of like what? But they also made Shira Sisei, who is like one of the um few like true rainbow commanders. So if you wanted to make a
yeah.
full Motu deck, at least from a good guy side, you can make that, but you can't do that from the bad guy side. Um,
Right, like,
so
that
kind of
is
silly.
exactly what I posted on my Instagram too. Like, the fact that they made Skeletor mono black instead of, like, Grixis, red, blue, black eludes me, and he could have been his own character card of being a villain or, like, skeleton warlock
Oh yeah,
villain
that's
or
right.
whatever.
He's not a villain
They
either.
coulda Yeah, he's just Tiny Bones. He's a reprint of Tiny Bones, and it's like as much as I love well, actually, yeah, now that I think about it, I do love Thunder Junction. Um, but with that being said, I mean, like it, wow, the missed opportunity, and he
You
also
you can't.
cannot have, like we said, all the baddies in the deck. Like they had Painthor as green black, Beastman is mono green.
He literally
Um
can't ride Panther.
yeah, he can't ride Panther. It's like unless you make Panther the commander, which is like why would you have Tiny Bones saddle Gitrog? But whatever. And then also Evil Lyn is Demir blue black. So she'd have to be a commander of her deck if you want Skeletor to be in there. But then with that being said, you can't have Beastman in there. And I'm like, what why? But then when you look on the flip side of things for all the good guys, you have He-Man being red white, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Well, I think he's red white green, maybe. I could be losing my mind there. But he's red white, and then Man at Arms is red white as well. But his since he is a what was it a reprint of Brainor Battlehammer, he's also a dwarf warrior. So I'm like, nothing about Man at Arms is dwarf like. I could tell you that much. But yeah, it's a lot of
Sorry,
weird
God,
choices, but
God damn! I opened my phone and it's just the Soul Ring on its own. And it looks awesome. It really looks
the
awesome.
Soul Ring looks amazing.
But yeah, again, join the
Orko,
Discord, see what we're talking about. If you're not in the know already, especially if you're a Motu fan, it's
right?
really cool.
Very, very cool stuff. And of course, like I feel like the cherry on top in general is just Swan Song. The Swan Song print with
Oh yeah,
the Slack Circus, fabulous secret powers screenshot. Amazing.
Meme cards continue to be winning in MTG for real. All right.
Yeah.
I am starting to fade. I'm truly like
Yeah, out of
struggling to stay
existence.
conscious and function. Uh, uh, Again, sorry folks if I've been like incoherent or anything. I was really excited to talk toys with everybody today. It was very fun as usual. Um, but I think if we're all set, I'm gonna do the outro. So we're good.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff we keep track of toy news, releases, links, all that stuff through Preternia. He is the GOAT. There are other people who do that kind of information sharing stuff like Toy Shiz. They're also awesome. A lot of the photos we often use for promo material are from sites like Toyark or Toy News International in regards to the Playmates slides from SDCC. So we're thankful for news sites like that. Support folks like Big Bad Toy Store, but also folks like Frogman's Finds. There's always going to be new retailers popping up supporting the hobby, so you should support them. Our channel art is by Yamcans. Their socials are in the description, as well as all of ours. We all have various uh, TikToks and Instagrams and YouTubes. And yeah, uh, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, try to have fun. We out. See you next time. Goodbye.
Oh, snap. Ah!
Ah!
Just explosive.